All right, sweet friends. I am waiting to go on here. So my internet's being really wonky. It actually wouldn't let me connect a few minutes ago, so I'm hoping it'll connect now. I think maybe it's just overloaded. Everybody in the world must be on the internet today. So I'm trying to work and it keeps kicking me off and having a hard time. But I promised you a book. So that is what I am here to do. Oh, an ant. An ant. I don't know if y'all have noticed the weather's getting pretty and all of a sudden getting ants. So did you get outside and play any today? I hope you did. If you didn't, I hope you do. I hope you get out there here in a little while. My kids are actually outside right now cleaning around our back deck and starting to get things ready so that we can enjoy spring as it gets warm. Looks like I've got some friends here. Some friends on. Let's see. Mine's coming up. So I promised you on this afternoon video that we would finish Gilbert and the Lost Tooth. And I said I would share any stories I got from my friends, but I haven't seen any yet, but that's okay. I'm hoping I'm not seeing any today because you're out enjoying this beautiful day. But I'm hoping that I'll maybe see some tonight. If I see them, then I will share them in the morning. How about that? No big deal at all. So we're going to finish Gilbert and the Lost Tooth. And the good thing about this is if you're not on right now, you can finish it later. You can watch it later. Watch both parts. They're on the Facebook page and they're on the YouTube channel. And I will post a link to Seesaw. So we left off Gilbert and the Lost Tooth. We left off in chapter 2, The Worries. And he had picked up something small and white. And a few of my friends responded on there that small white thing he had picked up was his tooth. And he is correct. So let's finish chapter 2. Gilbert and the Lost Tooth with permission from Scholastic to read. All right, chapter 2, The Worries. After school, Gilbert ran home. My tooth fell out, he shouted. Let me see it, Lola said. Gilbert reached into his pocket, but he didn't find a tooth. He found a hole. How do you think Gilbert feels about finding a hole in his pocket? Gilbert ran to Mother and cried, I lost my tooth. Mother smiled and said, It's about time, Gilbert. It was very loose. No, Gilbert said, I really lost my tooth. I can't find it. I can't put it under my pillow. Mother said, maybe you can leave a note for the tooth fairy to tell her what happened. I'm going to leave a note too, Lola said. Maybe the tooth fairy will bring me something. But you didn't lose a tooth, Gilbert said. She doesn't know that, Lola said. Gilbert wrote a note. Dear Tooth Fairy, I lost my tooth today. I really lost it. Can you leave something under my pillow anyway? I will be more careful next time. Thank you, your friend, Gilbert. Lola wrote a note too. I want you to look at Gilbert's nice, neat note here. How good Gilbert's writing was. Look at Lola's. I think maybe Lola is the younger sister. I think maybe Lola hasn't quite learned how to write as good as my first graders have yet. Whoops. That night, Gilbert put the note under his pillow, and Lola put her note under her pillow, and Louis put a small white tooth under his pillow. Chapter 3, The Wake Up. And I told you, don't be scared of chapter books, friends. We've read a 3-chapter book in, less than 20 minutes together. Chapter 3. When the sun went down and the moon came up, the Tooth Fairy went to work. She packed her bag full of gifts and money. She turned on her magic tooth detector and flew into the night. She flew over the rooftops until her tooth detector lit up. When she was right over Lewis's house, it grew brighter and brighter. "I found one," she said. She cleared Lewis's room and peeked under his pillow. She found a small white tooth. "My tooth detector is always right," she said. But before she put the tooth into her bag, she looked at it closely. When she looked at Lewis's snoring with his mouth open, she said. Suddenly the tooth detector buzzed and beeped like crazy. It was pointing towards Gilbert's house. Look at Lewis's mouth. Lewis put the tooth under his pillow, but do you think it was his tooth? It's pointing at Gilbert's house now. The next morning, Gilbert looked under his pillow and found money. "Mother said the tooth fairy must have seen your note, Gilbert." Gilbert put the money into his piggy bank. Lola looked under her pillow and she found a pink toothbrush. "Mother said the tooth fairy must want you to serve your teeth, Lola." Lola brushed her teeth very hard. Maybe they would come loose. I don't know if y'all can hear my kids screaming. My kids are out back screaming. Lewis looked under his pillow. He didn't find money. He didn't find a toothbrush, but he found a note that said, "Dear Lewis, I found a tooth under your pillow, but I do not think it is yours. Sometimes my tooth detector can be wrong. I will be back again when you really lose a tooth. Your friend, the Tooth Fairy." "Oops," said Lewis. Hush. At recess, Gilbert told everyone about the note he had left under his pillow. Lewis wondered if he should tell everyone about the tooth he had found on the playground. He wondered so hard that he didn't see the ball coming, and it hit him right in the face. "Ow!" Lewis cried, but then he felt something wiggly and wobbly in his mouth. "My tooth is loose," he shouted. Everyone said, "Yay," even Lewis. Gilbert and the Lost Tooth. That's a pretty good book. We read a chapter book today, friends. Make sure you do a raindrop for that so Miss Carolyn can fill it out also for you. Just comment on here if you watch it and she'll know you did. That gives her the ability to keep up with who's watching our videos. Also, take some time and drop me a note. Drop me a sentence or two, personal narrative about a time you lost a tooth. I'd love to hear your stories, and if I hear them, we'll share them. And then I will post Seesaw, Prodigy, and Head Sprout later this evening and give some shout outs in the morning video tomorrow. I hope everybody's Link to Learn went well. I heard from a couple of friends. Don't forget I'm still around if you need me by cell phone the rest of the afternoon because I plan on being outside to clean up my yard. Plan on working outside a little this afternoon. I hope you get outside a little. And if you do, let me know what you do. Let me know what kind of fun you had today. And I will be back here in the morning about 9 o'clock for a new book and day 12. All right, friends, I love bacon. Have a good evening. Bye.